Introducing your co-hosts, Chedda Mike, Lil Mattress, and Dave. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. Scoop of gravy on the news or you missed it. We got you covered. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. Scoop of gravy on the news or you missed it. We got you covered. 3-piece and a biscuit.
Surprise, here we go. Who would be? Hello, 3-piece and a biscuit. We are 3-piece and a biscuit. Hello, I'm just the driver, the rideshare idiot. Introduce yourself, gentlemen. Episode 30.
Hello, episode 30. It's your boy here, Chedda Mike, Michael John at Twitter. Check down below the links. You know what to do. Shout out to the Google Plus Squad, YouTube, Supreme, Steam Team, and all the other social media networks we forgot.
Lil Mattress at Little Mattress, and you're asking yourself, does he only have 3 shirts? Because I only see him wear like 3 shirts, and you are right. Listen, Lil Mattress at everything, lilmattress.com, watermelonversuspumpkin.com, gbiclothing.com. Get those t-shirts.
Tell them.
Space Force! Satellites with lasers! You know what it is?
The rideshare idiot, actually, the rideshareidiot.com. And call us up, right? 203-941-0045.
Call or text, man. It's free forever. Let us know what you think of the show. Let us know if you hate it, if you love it. Let us know if you have a show that you want us to promote. We'll do that. Let us know about your podcast because we know that you have one, because who doesn't?
We're a family. The world united. Global consciousness
Unity.
for all of us.
Yeah,
Shout out to Queen Latifah.
But to put a halt on it, to a delay
E-break.
to the party, the parade was delayed. I'll just kick things off
Parade
with
delayed. Tell me more about this.
So we're supposed to have a big party. No, it wasn't a party. It was a parade. I'm sorry. Let me
A parade
slow
party,
down.
if you
Was
will.
it postponed?
Yeah, it was postponed because
Listen, a
of
parade's
funding.
just a moving
and costs.
party. Okay,
A
that's
parade
all it
for
is.
what?
I'm with you.
Parade for who? For what?
For our soldiers, right?
Okay.
I believe it was. Was it Veterans Day?
We all like parades for that.
So it was supposed to be the biggest one ever. But then I guess the cost got inflated, so it ended up being delayed. And a bunch of sides saying, "Well, the money could be used for this."
Is there any bubble bursting?
Oh yeah. All day. Well, I mean,
Ego bubbles busting? Or just money bubbles?
I think we're gonna have it though. I guess it'll be cool. I'd just be afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? Like just if it's like tanks going down like Main Street with like jets like flying like 5 feet above, like as dope as it would be. That's usually like we just won victory over something big. You know what I'm saying? So
I was imagining the big blow up balloon hot air tanks, a fake
so,
blow up balloon.
okay,
tank,
right?
You know?
Yeah. See, I think that's
Like
what
Macy's.
maybe.
government parade.
Yeah. See, if
Charlie
Trump
Brown with a tank.
if Trump didn't ruin the Macy's deal, he could have pulled it off for much less. But because he cut those ties,
How to save dollars just to drive.
But actually make dollars. Hit me up at there's my Lyft code I was showing earlier. It's David 01545.
So what is that right
guaranteed
now?
$250.
So Uber and Lyft, that's a little.
Those are two big
slight
ride sharing companies.
moving ahead
Your
with
left
Lyft
and your
now?
right. Your left and your right. Yeah.
Dave,
Is
now you
this
said
a
that was
chance?
your Lyft code?
Yes.
For, now, explain the code. If you sign up to
Yeah,
drive for Lyft?
Sign up is going to ask you to enter a referral code. By all means, enter this code because you will not get any other money. You'll hear about drivers getting their money. And when I receive notification, I'll follow up and let you know what you have to do. Check me out at the rideshareidiot.com. You know what I'm saying? Like there's tons. Believe me, I'm giving you more information than 250. 250 is the minimum. But Lyft has been popping.
Okay. I was gonna say, is this something that has an edge on Uber? Right. The edge right now.
It's tough. It's tough to love. Tough. But I don't know. They're not as busy. Check out the site. Little Mattress. I would tell you, we did the Uber Eats interview. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you just do the food. Interested in trying to get your feet wet with some people? I would tell those people try Lyft first because it definitely is different. But then when I say different, there'll be a class of people saying like, well, what do you mean different?
Lyft Eats, right?
DYOR. What?
It's Lyft Eats.
Lyft what? No.
Lyft,
With Lyft, you won't do any food, but it's people. Not as like I said, it's I guess you could say a baby Uber of sorts. Not really, but it's a competitor. It's not the big one. Some people are afraid of jumping in.
It's just different.
Got a lot of questions.
But real quick, going back to this delayed parade, do you think there's any chance that the parade goes down without a hitch? If it does happen. Really?
I think so.
I feel
you
like
have
in this day
to.
and age,
You have to. I mean, I don't know.
Think any attacks that are coming, like you mean terrorist attacks?
I don't believe in terrorist attacks. I think that's all
some sort of.
You think we're kind of like protected enough to where like we like that's why you say like that?
I mean, in terms of, there's people that hate Donald Trump so much, and I'm talking about American citizens, that they wouldn't want it to go down without a hitch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
I think like kind of self-fulfilling prophecy of like, you know how like the fucking idiots will stand out on the highway because they're protesting something that has nothing to do with the highway and try to fuck up people going to work, the whole no justice, no peace thing, but then you get run over and somebody films it and puts it on YouTube while playing Ludacris Move Bitch Get Out the Way. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
No, but originally though there was a message behind it, but I know what you're saying today.
There's a message, but it's also just like the wrong, like if I'm talking to you, I wouldn't talk out the door. You know what I mean? I would talk to you. There's a message, but that's not the way to get your message across to the people who can actually do something
Not today.
about it.
Not today.
But that's why I feel where, like, I could imagine protesters, like, fucking up the parade.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
I mean?
Haters. Haters gonna hate, right? Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, and I believe R. Kelly said lovers gonna love.
And he was in the news too. We missed last week again for the same type of stupid nonsense. But when are they gonna pull the plug on him?
Who, R. Kelly?
R. Kelly,
I think he's halfway to Alex Jones territory because
but
Spotify took him off. A couple others took him off.
I'm talking about doing time though. You know what I'm saying? Like we, you know what I'm saying? Like we talk about like calling out like there's this underworld of seediness out there.
When you're on videotape pissing in a 13-year-old girl's face and you just say, "That's not me," and it works. How do you expect him to live any different?
Before there's the new law where you could technically be given away.
Well, no, it's not new. It's what minor is by definition of a minor and the rights of a parent.
We're living in a screwed up world right now.
But in my opinion, R. Kelly doesn't have anything to be afraid of, and he shouldn't be afraid of anything. Because of his history and because of what's happened.
Well, he signed a pact. He's like I said, if you want to get into like some type of Luciferian pact, R. Kelly definitely signed one.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, he still dresses like a fucking 17-year-old. Like,
pirate.
It's weird.
17-year-old pirate.
It's really weird.
So here it is right here,
black pirate.
For the wrap-up on this delayed parade. The Pentagon and White House announced that they would delay a military parade requested by President Trump as the latest estimates put its costs at more than $90 million, and the administration and military officials struggle to agree on what it should and should not look like. I added that last part in there, just so there's no copyright.
But yeah, no, and again, like more to it. Like it started out at like 21 million, and then it was just like everyone else, and
But 90 million for a parade, that's gotta entail a lot of stuff.
Well, like, a lot of security for the security. Think about it. You're telling them
lunch for the security
to pay the security to participate in the parade. But no, actually, R. Kelly, and recently in the news in Pennsylvania, was like 40 more, not just allegations, accusations, but Catholic Church, man, Catholic Church. So what were we saying earlier? Like, when are people, I guess, gonna learn or something?
About what?
Regarding the Catholic Church thing.
People in robes,
I think a generation has to die off. I think that's what it is, man. I think like there has to be generations of people that die off of like there's still families that speak about absolutely nothing ever. You know what I mean? Like there's people that don't have honest conversations with each other, and I think a different generation of people are living now, and there's still a different generation of people that are still alive, but
some
and I'm not saying anything about, I'll go with, if I had a daughter and it happened and they told me about it, never ever would I be like, kids, no, murder a priest. That's what happens. Like that's all that would happen. But there's an entire generation of people that just went, no, that didn't happen. Okay, cool, that didn't happen. Like
and it's also what the media decides to cover. If the media was covering these things as much as other things, we would have our fingers on the pulse, or of what's going on.
Yeah,
but I think and I guess gonna tie this into something. It's what is it supposed to do and what they're showing us, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess, if we saw it, you know what I'm saying, like, are we so numb, or would we become so numb, you know what I'm saying? Because now things like sports were supposed to be entertainment, and now we have, like, we wanted to talk about ESPN, they're saying we're not going to air the national anthem, you know what I'm saying? Like, when do you, I don't know, I guess. You can't relax, but
it's everything's gonna get questioned and tested to the point where there's even in the news about how in Arkansas, this satanic cult, they put up a 7-foot erection of Baphomet because they figured that if they could put up the 10 Commandments, then they have the religious
Yeah.
freedom to put up their statue.
Yeah.
And they ended up winning in court where the people had to take down the 10th Commandment because they realized, okay, yeah, like it's just causing chaos. So it's pretty much to the point where they'd rather then no one can have it at all. If we can't have ours, you can't have yours, and then that's fine. So no one can have it. That's the new fear.
Yeah,
Which
and
makes no sense.
I think it translates into everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like in that tit for tat, talk about like, haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Pastafarian thing actually was the first thing that comes to mind. But
Pastafarian?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, saying somebody just making something up just because, with the whole thing about motor vehicle and you can't wear a hat, and then there's people made up the religion of Pastafarian and they have to wear a colander on their hat. So in order to get a DMV picture, to get the picture taken, you know what I'm saying? Like they say that this is my religion, this is what I subscribe to, so I get to wear the colander for my DMV photo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's, ultimately like
I think it could be a response to control, about how some people feel like they're controlled way too much. And they're just like, all right, no, so we'll, cut through the loopholes and we'll do the stupid shit now. You know what I mean? Like, because if that's what people want to do, then that's what happens. But going back to what you're saying, yeah, I don't know what it's going to take for people to realize that, like, the church is fucked. How we were talking last week about how it's like, people are finally starting to realize that the United States is not like the good guy in every single situation.
We're really
like,
nasty, evil, and disgusting.
But I think there's the whole God thing hanging over it, so people are afraid. Like, if a normal everyday person on the street molested your child, you would do something very bad to them. But when I say you, I don't mean you. I just mean the public. But then if it happens like from a priest, people are like somehow afraid. And it's connected to the God thing, and they're like, well, is this what God really wanted? And I don't know.
I think
how
that
to
maybe
deal
the first part would be either the breakdown. So you'd have to say there would be one party like the infiltrators, and they'd probably try to paint the broadest picture and saying, well, that's the Catholic Church. You know what I'm saying? So as long as your church, you know what I'm saying, isn't necessarily a Catholic church, you know what I'm saying, like to maybe, trim the fat of sorts, to still try to keep that, religious stronghold. But the religious church, the Catholic Church, that's where you get into the Pope, you know what I'm saying? You get into the Vatican, you know what I'm saying? So you just can't dismiss it, you know what I'm saying? Because then people say, like, that's a whole other, episode. Again, do your own research on every little piece of the last 5 seconds of it, like, chop it up and
at some point, doing your own research, there's gonna come a day though where I said this before, where the media is gonna be forced to cover it, where it's not gonna be hidden anymore, and it's gonna be boom, oh, finally, on the mainstream news right there, oh shit, you kind of want to, it's gonna make you want to puke,
it's gonna have to go,
it's gonna make you want to go on the streets and with pitchforks and fucking fire.
I almost thought that was going to happen back a while back when the bath salt Florida zombie happened, because everyone was like zombie, and then all of a sudden like somebody was just like
Walking Dead.
That's where I was like, like I said, I give a little bit to saying like, no, we're a little screwed right now, you know what I'm saying, like this is
we're heading there slowly.
But I feel you, Mike. I think like eventually there's going to be a world star video of a dude knocking out a priest on stage in the pulpit because of, why'd he do it? Because he said that he molested his kid. You know what I mean? Like, eventually there's going to be something
or the shooter.
Where people can't...
This is where they get the gun. The shooter just out, you know what I'm saying? And somebody just so happened, well, I'm sure all the masses are being... I see, now it's going to happen, and then I can't even, so like...
Listen, I believe it was American poet and rapper Nasir Jones that said, I'm waving automatic guns at nuns, okay? So, listen, prophesize.
Dave don't live here, okay? That's all I gotta say, all right? That's all I gotta say. Next, just keep it moving. Episode 30, hope you're enjoying yourself still early into the episode. Tell us what you think, as we mentioned before.
203-941-0045, 203-941-0045. Call or text. Let us know what your podcast is about.
That's right. And actually, I didn't mention 30 for 30. What do we got for 30? I think I looked up before. 30th president was...
Dirty for 30 because
Calvin
Kelly.
Dirty 30, right? Yeah, dirty 30.
Some stuff here. His first marriage was to Aaliyah at 15 years old.
Yep. And what happened? She made
annulled.
No, but I think ultimately she was
that was
she
in 1994. 27-year-old R. Kelly, his first encounter into the kiddie pool.
First public encounter into the kiddie pool.
That's how he got caught. Usually, I mean, I don't think many criminals get caught the first time,
Yeah.
But Dirty 30. So I mean, obviously, so we'd have to put the whole clan from Arkansas, all three of them.
You talking about the Clinton Foundation?
Yeah. Well, they can't call Free the Foundation.
You talking about Bill, Hillary, and Chelsea?
Yeah. So you think the daughter they got her involved with the juice?
Oh, the daughter.
She said she's thinking about running for office.
Yeah. Daughter's been involved.
Yeah.
Ever since she was, forced to lie about things.
About her mama, right, or her daddy? Which one?
Her father.
Yeah.
Bill's not her real father.
Yeah. See.
So talk about that. I don't know. Well, there's all
dirty
about kids not belonging to fucking parents. The Obamas, those kids ain't theirs.
That's deep, though. I mean, that's
it gets deep.
Yeah, give me a little bit of that.
I would say that takes too much time for me to research.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Past,
that's
the documentation has been there, and if that's a really good one to sit back and just
was she faking the baby bump like Beyonce?
Yeah, the gist of that's where it stems from. You know what I'm saying? There are no photos.
But those kids are kids of their friends, and they've actually their parents have been around that group for 8 years. They were in the White House presidency. It goes deep. It goes deep. But yeah, there's information you can find on that.
I found it interesting though that they had her grandmother live there. You know what I'm saying, right? Because and Trump said, does he have no? He's got no grandparents, right? Well, Melania's parents got visas, right? Because usually every president there's somebody, you know what I'm saying, like the Grammy or you know what I'm saying, somebody that comes along with them. But they're on the father's side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This time, like Obama was just like, we'll take we'll take Big Mama. It just fit. It was in the time, I guess.
I do not know, but yeah. That's the conspiracy talk and all that.
Dirty for 30.
But yeah, where we get off on that one? Starting off with the fucking...
there were churches, there were parades.
Churches, kids, parades. Damn. I'm lost on it right now. I'm trying to get this internet back up.
Oh, did we lose service?
We lost a little. Stand by, folks.
Oh, look at that. You just crashed.
What about this in the local news? It leads into national, though, with the synthetic marijuana. Over in Connecticut, New Haven, 100 people.
That was crazy. 100 people on the green. So first day, so where were you? So this is almost like semi-local news, like 9/11, because it was like, where were you when it happened? Like when you first heard? Because at first it was like early in the morning, and it was just like 21, and then it was just like 36. Yep. It was like 42.
Yeah, when I heard it
17.
Was like
I thought they were giving out like the lotto numbers. Yeah.
When it made it to World Star, it was 70 something.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it's like
it was at 100.
It's over 100. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, but yeah, and then that was the synthetic marijuana that was laced. I saw the two pictures of the people. Like, you got to upgrade your dealers, update your plugs, man. Like, if you see us on the two pictures, if you're buying from these two dudes, you deserve what happens to you. End of story. And really next, we'll give it a little light because it's
what I
New
heard
Haven.
Is that nobody purchased. I heard it was all passed out.
Yeah,
because you got to think about it too, where like nobody is fucking buying. 100 different people are not buying from the same dealer on the New Haven Green. It's just not happening. Yep. So from what I heard is that they were passing out free drugs. Which how fucking stupid are you to be like, oh, this person wants to give me free drugs, must be good, better trust them. Like
exactly.
Well, because it's next to Yale.
But I don't think there were any fucking Yaleys that were passed out in the green. I think it was the normal green audience.
But see, again, normal green audience, I think that there are some people that do happen to have a majority of the area on lock. And if you come in with something free, everyone's going to come. Everybody in that particular market is going to come. Oh, I
would
know.
say 99.
Yeah? Yeah, no, I mean, probably truthfully.
Literally, that's where bums sleep in New Haven. Yeah. I'm not trying to, make fun of homeless people, even though I do hate them.
You got people in, times that they have nothing, and you come up to them with a free fucking drug, they're probably going to smoke it.
All the time, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure that they... But that's my thing, to where I'm like, were they either... literally just playing a huge joke because they're fucked up people that were just like, man, we're about to fuck some people up.
Yeah, I know. How many ambulances can we get here?
Or were they like, yo, we're going to give people this shit that's going to fuck them up, give them the best high of their life, then we're going to have them all as customers. I don't know which way they were, but regardless, horrible thinking on everybody's part.
Yeah.
I think it was one of those let's just see what happens type things. They didn't even plan it out.
But going back to it again, even if these two guys were giving it to you for free, you shouldn't be taking it.
Literally, like, there's people that I know in real life that I wouldn't take free drugs from. Never mind fucking, Bobby and Sal that are like looking like they're fucking...
If you'd like, I mean, I know obviously you probably couldn't get a shot, but these are the two people.
I need to see this.
Yeah. They look homeless. Literally,
Yeah.
like it looked like
Yeah,
homeless
no.
people.
Or, well, let me ask you this. Let's get X-Files on you for a moment. And are they the fall guy for some type of depopulation, de-sterilization in the Elm City? You know, I mean, we are talking about, we are home of the conspiracies,
I think
no?
you just nailed it.
I mean, I think it's
be.
ironic.
Because the
hauntings, you know, I
The
mean.
reason I could go for that is because those dudes don't look like they have a home. And if they do have a home, they haven't been there in a very long time. Like,
yeah, well, one dude
they-
looks like the older dude. He looks like he has access to a home, or someone who still has a soft spot for him.
Yeah.
He's got the enablers. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
this guy's, you know, I guess for
So
lack
they
of
were
a better
arrested
word,
for selling, not
or
selling.
distributing.
yeah,
distribution.
charged in connection. So
And then when they
obviously,
did
distribution, I guess, would be the.
when they took it to the labs, did they say there was fentanyl? in it?
Yeah, it was a couple things. Fentanyl, some opioids. It was.
It's just, you know, it comes down to people. They're just looking for an escape.
But those are the two things. But the funny thing is those are the two things that you will see on the green in the weekend. You will see that this particular thing going on without you really realizing it, or you will see some really good places to eat and some really good nightlife and culture,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
And that's like the beautiful part about it, you know.
That and the weird thing about that was a Wednesday night, and the reason I remember is because I had a horrible driving night, like
Because
to where
all
it
your
was so
customers,
bad.
all the Eats people were.
No, they aren't ordering any food. Money does not go towards food with them. But it was one of those. It was just a really bad night, as in like, go to McDonald's. It's a fucking 24-minute wait, and you're just like, you know what? Hey, I'm done for the night. Like it
Yeah.
was just a really bad,
I couldn't do
bad
that.
night all around.
You gave me the chills. I did one Eats order only because it was shout out to River Rock. I think they gotta like step it up. They could be so banging. But only because I knew that they were close in the time and the minutes. I was like gambling, saying, well, I hope it's here.
Yep.
But I mean, you told me like with hot tamales doing it, and I get a bunch of those. And,
River Rock is usually pretty good.
Yeah. No, the
They're
guy,
usually pretty
like I said,
good.
the guy there is good. But I had the same thing, and I thought my percentages were getting low. Like I showed you, mine are like atrocious.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm down to like 19% and like 20% canceling. But I'm making money at the same time. But I
Yep.
swear they had the super stronghold on me. This weekend. That's why I say Lyft was popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I keep
yeah.
both apps on, but Lyft. I mean, I made $192 on a Saturday night on Lyft. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
nice.
Like that's, and it wasn't. Usually, like you're grinding and you remember the rides and you're like, oh, this is the one.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
kept putting money in my pocket. Like it was just like seriously,
Nice
like,
stuff.
you know,
Feel good.
I was like, yo, Uber, be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Uber, like hold the whatever. Like, guess what? I'm gonna see if this gets to zero right now because you know, but you know, it was definitely worth it. But internet back up. Where do we go?
Internet back up. I just double checked on that K2
Back up,
situation.
back up.
And yeah, like you said, they confiscated 32 bags. They were mixed with some other stuff.
Some of
Just
this,
comes
some of
down
that.
to don't do drugs. Appreciate your life. Come on, New Haven.
And then that's the thing I wonder too. Like, did someone give it to them to pass out because they don't look like
Like
the type of
Samson,
gentleman-
Mr. Happy type.
They don't look like the type of gentleman that would share drugs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they look like the type that would be like, "Oh, we're gonna go die right now because we're doing all this." You know, like
yeah,
they
and
don't
I
look
think
like.
the promise for doing that outweighed it. You know what I'm saying? Like there was, some serious diesel dope that was waiting for him on
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
end. If you know,
There's got
they
to be a
passed it
joke
out.
behind this. Those are just the.
oh come on, yeah, like we said,
There's a
by
puppet
no
master.
means, like I said,
Yes.
we're giving it time because it's in New Haven. You know what I'm saying? But everyone
Might
else
grow, you're right.
would spin it out. You know, like I said, I'd be interesting to see.
I remember this was an issue back in California in the military.
Yeah.
There's some people.
Well,
doing
see,
this.
that's what I can see. The people who aren't supposed to do it, the people who are afraid to get like I guess in this sense, the marijuana, afraid to get it the real stuff,
Yeah.
go this route, and then that's what happens. But so going into this though, as I was mentioning to you guys earlier, there's a synthetic marijuana that they're coming out with. When I was reading the article, they had talked about containing derivatives of plastics and toxic chemicals, but it's going to be a Schedule 2.
Yep.
And it's crazy because we were talking before, like what's that going to do to the current cannabis stores? But again, like big pharma, like they can't even
Yeah. This
farm,
Is
you know?
This is a tough one because states like Connecticut, they're the #1 private industry for OxyContin. So
Yep,
I mean,
yep,
this
yep.
is a push against them, or is it for them in a way of like is this benefiting them? No.
Oh, this is all big pharma money. Big pharma money all the way.
But they're actually in a lawsuit right now that for this oxycodone. They have to make commercials on about. They haven't been making enough commercials on how you get hooked on this.
That was the same. That was the cigarette thing that happened like in the 80s.
Yeah,
you know,
not
it's
enough.
it's they could still. This business is business as usual. You know,
whatever shit nonsense.
Yeah, I think it's just completely fucking psycho to make synthetic marijuana. Like, it's a plant that grows,
but
and you want to make it a synthetic version of it. Like, that's
First,
just
we get some Ajax.
Well, see,
yeah.
no, but
like what could be in it? Because, like as you said, like derivatives of plastic and shit like that. Like, and then
plastic.
there's gonna be people that will actually use this stuff, which is
and it's gonna save their lives, and you know. No, I say that jokingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might save a life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But that's where I think to where the and I am not an advocate of everybody should smoke marijuana, because to me it's not a miracle drug that works for absolutely everybody, and I know some people have that attitude towards it, but fuck, synthetic, like there's going to be ridiculous side effects that you wouldn't have with just the normal plant of marijuana. So that's like, but like you said, man, they need their product, and people are going to use it. It's going to be fucked.
Product placement. What else we got going over here? Football products, national anthem. Is that going to be a product anymore? Are we going to see the national anthem for
not on
football
ESPN.
anymore? Right?
Well, yeah, like I mentioned before, like where's the entertainment, and you know what I'm saying, where's, you know, when do we get a break from anything? You know what I'm saying? Because again, like, it's, you know, no one do we ever address what made the situation arise? You know what I'm saying? And then
I'm curious to see end of the season compared it to last season. See if
it's
What do you
money.
mean?
the ratings.
Oh,
Yeah,
money,
that's what it is.
all
It's
that.
ratings and money.
Attendance.
Those are the two things. You know, two things. So
We'll see. Curious. I think this is a big opportunity though for the XFL though.
Yeah, I think if Vince could have announced it a year earlier and got it started like this year, it would have been prime time, because now NFL, I think XFL's launching in 2020, so the NFL still has a couple years to get their shit together, basically. But what we're talking about here is ESPN announced that they're not going to be airing the national anthem in their broadcasts anymore. Which how do you feel? I'm not mad at it. How do you feel about it?
yeah, same thing again, because like I said, you know, go back to, all right, well, how did this become an issue? And then some people were saying, well, prior to the whole Kaepernick issue, part of the issue was like, well, didn't, you know, the military kind of like, you know, give some extra money to the NFL to say do this? And because the whole national anthem thing dates back to even the 70s with play, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't, you know, it was basically all it was picking an old wound, and then how it, like, so was it. So when we repicked it, I'm assuming at this point, when we repicked the wound,
This is
you know what
scab
I'm
talk.
saying?
This is scab talk.
When we repicked it, we lost focus. You know what I mean? Because it was always a sore spot. You know what I'm saying? But it was a sore spot between player owner, like originally. You know what I'm saying? You know, contract money wise and stuff like that.
I think
so
ESPN they might be shooting themselves in the foot here, because all the ratings are gonna come from people that want to see who's gonna nail and who's not gonna nail. So by them not airing that, we'll see.
I think a little.
We'll see.
Because the only thing, because you have to realize that sports is predominantly like, if they take that, sports will be
right
sports.
now, this is hot controversy, and that's what people want to see.
Well, I'm
people
agree.
don't want to see the first, second, third quarter. They
No,
want to see the fourth.
I agree,
the fourth
because
quarter.
the open betting, because
You know?
now these are real
that's a
bets.
possibility,
This is a real bet. You know what I'm saying? These are real bets, because they're talking about, like, I mean, at the moment now with it, you can bet, you know, it's live, not, you're going to be able to bet next pitch, ball, or strike. You know what I mean? Like, you know, break it down to that point. So, yes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can say, like, to see, like, you know, because there's an investment in it, you know, or is the word investment, attachment?
For betting, I could see that, but for the normal people that pretend to be offended by everything, I don't think they tune in to see it. I think they wait till the next day to find out if they should be mad or not.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's a lot of it.
But there
And
definitely
early
could
on,
be.
Because if your player kneels and he has a shitty game,
oh yeah,
you got every right in the world to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just let it, I'm gonna rain it down. But now what if your kneeler has a game? You know what I'm saying? You're just like, damn, like, you know?
Yeah.
Then I
That's
do wonder, too,
that's some earth-shattering shit right there, you know?
Yep.
Then I wonder too if it ever bleed over into the game of there could be certain players that go, oh, they're not going to air the national anthem, then we're going to do something during the game.
Yeah.
Maybe, depending
Yeah.
on how strong everybody feels.
That's
It's all like,
too.
are you really about what you say you're
Spotlight.
about? Like, yeah. So it's, and how strongly do you feel? And
But then the
do
next,
you feel like
yeah.
you need to maybe even lose your job to make this, you know?
Yeah.
Because honestly, Kaepernick is pretty fucking quiet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
He's not really an activist. If you
No,
want activist is out there 24/7 doing things.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think, like I said, I think it kind of comes a point though is you got to keep your money. So again, I haven't seen any GoFundMe yet for him, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's
and don't get me wrong, I'm sure he has done plenty. But I'm
no,
just-
yeah, but I think he's doing
far
enough to
as,
survive. You know what I mean? Like I guess on a world thing we haven't, you know.
you know,
But I guess
Articles,
the ultimate answer path or whatever would be to do it, and then you don't make a stink about it. You know what I'm saying? Like accomplish what you want to accomplish. So let's see. You know what I'm saying? The truest
Yeah.
test of him
Too
would be
early
to
to
be
tell.
silent. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't trust him. I guess if he was still saying like, and we're still not doing this. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
this this is still gonna go on for, like I said before, Trump in for the next 6 years.
He has the chance
We're
to
gonna be hearing about this for next 6
he could,
years.
yeah, and it's a shame. And I think his thing comes from it that I think he's a scorned guy who couldn't get a team. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why he chose to pick that. You know,
I think
He
it'll
chose to
happen
pick that
whether
scab.
he's in or not. Like, I think there needs to be, not needs to be, but I think that there will be eventually a definitive thing that happens to where it's either, okay, nobody broadcasts the national anthem, or you do that, you're not playing. Like, I think eventually there's going to be something because
gonna be a
it's
fine
getting
line
in
soon.
somebody's craw that this is still going on. This is still
they
fucking
messed it
happening,
up, and
you
we're
know?
talking about this. And like I said, I'm not even, you know, NFL's fine and great, but again, me, America's pastime, and it's still
Nagadabba.
baseball. I won't let it go. And what happens? Why is this not an issue at baseball games?
Why is it an issue in basketball? Anything.
You know,
It's
well,
not,
like I said, it's the fear in basketball. There is a fear in basketball, and the basketball players I think kind of won the right to like with the I can't breathe shirts and stuff. But you want to talk about like uniformity, owners, and the togetherness. For some reason, baseball hasn't been able to capitalize on this. But at baseball, you stand for the net. You know what I'm saying? Before the game begins, I don't care. You know where. You know who. It's if you're 8 years old, they play that song. Okay, before you play. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't necessarily say the same on
I
every
mean, for
football
baseball,
field.
you
It's,
could
you know.
go back in time and they'll give you old videos of all the first blacks playing baseball standing up with a fucking hat over their
You know?
chest.
It's
I mean,
like
it's
it's that whore.
So again, I think they I don't know.
I would be curious to see though whoever and someone in baseball that broke the hitting streak, but they always took a knee before the game, like so,
to accomplish something like that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like how you have the good day or bad day depending on the point of view.
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty dope to see someone.
I may just look at it like they,
And
the
breaking a
baseball
record.
player comes to work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Or like Kaepernick if he was doing that, but he was beasting it 24/7.
Yeah. But again, the shameful thing is, did he lose the opportunity to still be a good person, like on the sidelines? You know, because he
I don't know
come
why
back
when I
now,
think of
nobody wants to
Kaepernick,
watch him. People
I
want to
think
watch
of
him to
the-
see what no man can do, or is somebody gonna hurt him?
I think of Kaepernick. I know this is wrong of me, but I just think of him as that dude from the valley, but thinks he's a gangster. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he has, I don't know about him, like, but the dude, like, no offense to you, man. It's just like
You're calling him
fight
out.
and
You don't
say
think
these
he's
things, but you're not really about it like that. Like, you
I
know?
think he turned around and no one was behind him. I think he went, and I know
At
that he
first-
didn't quit. I know that he got fired, but I think he was like, "I'm fucking out of here. You guys ready?"
And the
He
crowd
pulled
was
the
like,
Jerry
yeah,
Maguire.
but no one stood
Oh,
up.
oh,
he pulled the
you're
Jerry
not-
Maguire, and there
but
was no
nobody.
Renee
Yeah,
Zellweger.
yeah. Like, I think he was really like that,
that's
and
a good
now
way of
he's
putting
kind of
it.
just like, "Ooh, so so you're still gonna play, and you can still, fuck, okay, yeah." Like, I didn't need to.
So y'all good, but I'm fucked. All right, I got
Word.
you.
I started this gangster shit, and this the motherfucking things I get. Like, I think that's where his shit was of like, who's coming with?
See, but like, if he really wanted to make a move, he'd get together with LeBron and he'd work some sort of foundation doing something like right now type shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, constantly getting recognition, article news for doing something like that. But they don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we all heard of LeBron. Right? He did something recently.
He opened the schools. Yeah, the kids of Akron.
schools.
I mean, if I was
moves.
LeBron and Colin Kaepernick called me up, he'd be like, I feel you. I'm with you on a project, but my sport doesn't require me, like, you know what I'm saying, like taking a knee, is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely like a precedent, you know?
Definitely.
But again,
it probably wouldn't be in LeBron's best interest to team up with him because I feel
No.
like he would.
Not at all.
No, I feel like LeBron
wants
has
to
his
go to
own good
Malcolm
thing
X
going.
route.
Yeah. I think he has his own good thing going and is like, I mean, yeah, I can support you in private, but I don't look good standing next to you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Give you a check all day, brother.
I agree. That's almost like LeBron and what's that dude where he pretty much yelled at him and screamed at him
Donald Trump?
on his own team for not shooting the ball or something.
Oh, yeah. The dude with the
That's
tattoos,
I'm
whatever his name is, I forget.
I'm out of it.
He used to be on the Knicks when we used to play that game in the basement on Howard Ave. Remember he was on J.R. Smith. That's who it is, J.R. Smith.
He's
He was
not
on the
white.
Knicks.
Oh, the tattooed guy. All right.
Yeah.
Gangsta.
Yeah.
Your blood or crip, I'm not sure.
I know when he was with the Knicks, he had said something, some funny story about some superhead video chick or something, like day before a game, asked him why he was off, and he didn't realize that, like, you know, he's just like in the locker room was just like, yeah, I was just laying this pipe down on this drink, and I just got here late. But my favorite, NBA stories though, and I think NBA players have the best stories because I think the other sports you really can't do it. Because again, it's like I don't know, just
NBA's the closest thing to like a rock star.
I think so. Yeah. Because there was also the story of Ron Artest that talked about like leaving to get like some bourbon or something like in the middle of the game or something. Not in the middle of the game, but in halftime. You know what I'm saying? Like he left and like he drank like a pint or something to come back in. That's just like.
There were a few baseball stories you heard of people doing some things like going down in the dugout in between a few innings and.
No crazy one. Actually, Tim Raines stole bases with the fear of crack vials. He always slid head first because if he slid leg first, he would break the crack. He'd break the vial.
Well, who's the pitcher? And Ice Cube's actually doing a documentary on the guy that pitched a perfect game on acid.
Oh God, I don't know that full story. I'm gonna mess it up though. He played for the Pirates, I think maybe. I think he played with the Yankees like after he was like post trip. I think he was like.
But yeah, I heard it was like 6 or 8 months ago that Ice Cube's actually doing a documentary on that guy and that.
No.
But that I was.
He
always,
had a cool name.
I was always intrigued by that story. Like that's fucking wild.
Yeah, but I think the guy embellished the story. I remember hearing about it, but I think he was more coked up than on acid.
He was feeling the after effects. Definitely though.
Yeah, I think he was seeing the game differently. We can put it that way.
That's definitely in the zone.
Right.
But I guess I don't know baseball news. Anybody following?
See if I could follow it right now,
anything
see
cool?
what
Are we
the standings are.
fans of the wild card?
We got any fans out there, baseball in the internet world? Let us know who your team is and why.
203-941-0045. Call or text. Let me know why you love the Yankees.
I mean, the Red Sox are red hot. Obviously, the best team in baseball. Yankees hold the wild card position over Seattle and Oakland, who's playing like the hottest baseball right now.
The Athletics.
Yes. Always small ball. Billy Bean. And Cleveland, silent but deadly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
say their name, Dave. Say their name.
But
so it's a tight race in the AL West between the Astros and the Athletics.
Oh, absolutely. And the last wild card comes into play. And now remember, wild card's a little different last couple of years because now you can have like the Yankees potentially win like 105, 110 games and have to play a 1-game playoff to make it to the next round.
That's
but it's
ugly.
interesting, it is what it is though, you know what I'm saying? So balance the schedules out, but I love it. But I don't know. I think it's a great baseball season. Baseball players make crazy money. I think it's probably the greatest. I mean, outside of sitting like next to you guys, I think being a baseball player is probably the next thing that I would probably like to be doing with my life. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yankee fan. I think they can pull it out, but the Red Sox are doing their thing, no?
every now and then they
Let's see.
like they string
Best
together
team
a
in baseball like last 15 years, I'll say it.
Let's
I'll
see.
say it. So
The curse has been broken. It's time to put a new curse
yeah, it's
on the Red Sox. We'll call it the curse of the
I think
Gambino.
I think the other curse. Well, actually, prior to 2009, I thought that was something that might be real. But the Dodgers, I'd love to see the Dodgers finally
That'd
do
be
well.
interesting. The
But-
Yajas.
But yeah, but we'll wait and see. Again, baseball's a way. I think it's a thinking person's game.
I know
a lot of
sports
people
aren't dead, but they just seem dead to me this year. I don't know why.
Nah.
I don't know what it is. Maybe
mean,
it's the
guys-
lack of patriotism. No, sorry.
Like I said, baseball, they stand up every game. You know what I'm saying? Yankee Stadium, they stop in the 7th inning so Kate Smith can sing the national anthem from like 1946 or something,
Right.
I remember I used to like look for it.
That's respect, baby.
But
I think it'll get more interesting once the NFL season starts. I think sports will
sports
pick up.
again, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
you
just
hear the rumblings.
news, and then it's just like, because especially for Dallas, like, holy shit, I want to see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Like, our dude's waiting in the cut to be like, all right, we're all doing it, and he's gonna have to
Yeah.
fire us all and get some B team up here.
But
You
see,
know what I
like
mean?
that, that's the other part, though, as
the
opposed to
replacements.
like, right, and then go back. Do you guys remember? You guys were old enough, but I don't know if
What?
you guys were in the sports though. We had the strike. I think it was in '86.
Oh no.
Oh no, you guys would
I
have
was
been
talking
younger.
about the movie.
But that
Keanu
was
Reeves.
there was that happened in the '80s. I remember
Yep.
being a young sports fan and being like, wait a minute, all
that's
these guys
where
are
they-
gone.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
story
yeah.
from the
Probably-
guy that made on the Eagles, right? Part of that era.
That was an earlier one actually, a previous strike that they had. But but see, that's what I say. That's the interesting part about it. Like, people waiting to see like which players are going to do it. I know some coworkers who like completely disassociate with their team because they said, look, I'll tolerate the kneeling, but you kneeled on 9/11. That I can't tolerate. So now I don't like this team no more.
I think it's the whole miscommunication of and maybe each player should put it on their Twitter of why I'm kneeling. You know what I mean? Because the whole, and they did it on 9/11, but it's not about the flag. Like, it has nothing to do with the flag, and that's the
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. Yeah, give
The
every
why-
player the outlet on why they're doing it.
yeah.
But see,
I believe they do have the outlet. It's just if they choose to
right, yeah,
take it, you
'Cause,
know.
the player would. I think the player would want it to be, and most important, the football player would want it to be visible because the football player's face isn't visible. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing about football, where football always says it always goes back to the team. People will remember certain players more in other sports, but in football, it's the team first, and then again, because there's no visual.
Unless you're the greatest player on that team.
Well, no,
Because, I
people
mean,
know
we
the
could all-
quarterback's faces, and certain
Yeah,
other
because
people.
they do the interviews.
I mean, you could talk about Barry Sanders, but not too many more.
Actually, there was some Barry Sanders news. I forgot what it was. But then it made me think, I don't think we talked about it the last show. It's a couple weeks old, but the Blake Griffin story.
Yeah,
How
we
about
didn't
that
get to
one?
talk about that one.
That was crazy.
Oh, because
Yeah.
we were. I thought
Yeah.
I thought there was
We-
maybe an update or something.
No. But I was saying we didn't
Yeah.
talk about that before, though. But those who don't know, look up Blake Griffin and child support, right? What was
Yeah,
it?
what was that?
$250,000
$250,000 a month.
a month.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm just trying to fit it
Believe
into
me,
12. I want to have like 12
he
months
should
basketball season.
He
Like,
should still be able to fuck her when he wants. Like, he shouldn't even have to
Full
announce it.
access.
He should just be like, "Hey, we're fucking
see,
now.
that's where
what's happening."
that's where
Like,
those
it's-
sex slave cults happen. Like, I think
Yeah.
through the NBA, like
A
they
lot
should
of
be
them, yeah.
legal for certain
A lot
situations.
of these
Like,
NBA dudes.
Dude, honestly,
Man.
if I was her, I would just be watching my back. Like, I would use probably half of that $250,000
drink all water, right?
For
Sign up for the
security.
Alex Jones water purifiers and.
If I was her, I'd be using like half of that money for personal security because
You need to
holy
put half that money
shit.
in Bitcoin. The other half in gold and silver.
No, because that's the type of money that somebody will fucking kill you for. That like, oh,
Well,
well, she
yeah,
had
but
an
somebody
accident.
associated to Blake Griffin
Yeah.
though, so you know what I'm
Of
saying,
course,
like,
yeah.
because
But,
whoever,
you know,
So she makes $3 million
accidents
a year.
happen. $3 million a fucking year.
wow,
'Cause
I
she
would
has
have at
two of
least
his
said, yo,
kids.
only during basketball season, like time off, like you know what I'm saying, be like, just give them to me, because
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
nanny would be less, you know.
Yeah,
Yo, we could watch the kids for less. No.
exactly.
I mean, I would
That'd be
even
a show,
try
right?
To, like, if you didn't really trust
Three
the
piece in the
woman,
Griff kids.
I would try to three what?
3 piece in the Griff kids.
Oh shit.
Like-
We'll do it for $100,000 a month, dude.
Easily.
Let us know.
Easily, kids be well fed.
That's crazy. Try to budget that shit by
Ah.
doing some electronic payment system without giving her the money. You know.
Yeah,
put-
it's up
put
in the
money-
courts, so yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah. A quarter $1 million a month.
You know, speaking of crazy, what else was? Oh, crazy talk. Nicki Minaj had some crazy talk, right? Blaming everybody. Speaking of episode 30, she came up with like 30 reasons why she showed up in second place on. And this is all sales or like just Spotify or
No, this is
she was just hating.
You know how you have the number
place.
one album in the country.
Yeah.
She has the number 2 album in the country, and she went nuts and blamed everyone except for herself.
Yeah,
She blamed Spotify because she started a radio show on Apple. So then she said Spotify stopped promoting her, and then she blamed.
But
Travis
that was the Kendall
Scott.
part, though, right? You were saying that was the part she blamed. She blamed Kendall.
No, this part.
Well,
right
I'm
here.
saying she blamed Spotify. That's what I'm saying. She blamed a whole lot of people.
Okay. No, I thought
Spotify.
Kendall did a Spotify show. I'm sorry.
No. She blamed Spotify for not promoting her as much as they, quote, should have. She blamed Travis Scott because his album's already been out for 3 weeks, so more people know about it, so more people bought it. And then more people bought it because he dates Kendall Jenner, so she put out a tweet. And it's, bitch, you lost.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. Like, you're still more rich than I'll be in fucking 12 lifetimes. Like, it's just one of those. She's mad that she didn't get the number 1 album in the country. And that's
Whatever
what it
happened
is.
to Rob Kardashian?
I think he's still at an In and Out somewhere.
Yeah.
He was going through some hard times.
I mean,
He got played by a fucking stripper, which to me is so fucking funny that you could be that rich, have that much money, and think that this stripper actually likes you.
Yeah.
Like,
Talking
that's
about Black
so
China, right?
fucking
Or
funny.
someone
Yeah.
else?
That's so fucking funny to
Nicki
me. is that-
Minaj needs to get with Rob, get number 1
For real.
with the quickness.
I don't know.
If by chance
The Lost
you're
Kardashian.
perhaps a youth that has come across this channel and is 46 minutes into this, strippers don't really like you. If for some reason you need that.
Unless,
really
if
like
you're a drug dealer, you know what I'm saying? Like, they do like drug dealers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
because
people
they
in
like
positions
drugs
of,
and because they like money.
if you are not in a position of power that can help these individuals, and
That's too funny.
no, you are nothing but a score.
No, I think like we're really connected, dude.
Yeah, look
No,
up
like, we're really connected.
DYOR on that
Oh,
one.
the John. He's a
Yep.
trick.
True.
Yo.
But yeah. So Nicki Minaj, she's bitching because she didn't make the top album in the country. But it's funny too because she's also doing. It's when you see people get desperate, like when 50 Cent was at his height and he began to fall from grace, and then he just started dissing everybody.
Yep.
Nicki Minaj has a song, and it's a playful song, but on her album remember when Biggie did his song about fucking all the R&B chicks?
Yeah.
She did one about all the rappers.
Yeah.
And it's just funny to like you see the desperation right now of her just like nobody likes me anymore. Cardi B's the same person as I am, and she's getting the attention. Like she's just fallen so far.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
once again, like I said, I'm not. She'll make more money than I will in fucking 12 lifetimes.
Like you're saying, she's scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. It's that fall from grace where like, yo, you can't be on top forever.
Exactly.
And that's what it is. And
look
certain
what
people
you did
have.
to your body.
And this is the thing too, where obviously people aren't buying that many CDs anymore, and streams are now counted as album buys. But what I was really surprised by, because of the caliber of artist that she used to be, she sold 78,000 copies, which to me seems stupid low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she sold 78,000 physical copies of her new album, which is
You thought like back in the day,
I
like
didn't know
your
that it fell off
state
that
would have,
much, you know?
like your own state, your own city would have purchased that, you know?
But I think
The mayor
nowadays
would have
it's
gone
just-
and bought that.
How does that relate in streams though? Like so.
No, that's just like she did a number, but the amount of physical ones was just 78,000, and then the streams count for whatever else.
Yeah. No, if those were streams, that would have been really bad. But those
Yeah.
that's like buy my mixtape. Like that was only 78,000. Like that's not,
especially for her, and
like old school gold platinum. Like that's like 6-inch like Bradley's, Caldors. Like
I don't think physical platinum will ever happen again. I just don't like it. Like
to have to
what
want
would
that
it do?
copy, because you'd want it on your device.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm with you, and or no, wow, maybe we should do an episode on this one because there were some really good ones. But the artwork people, because of the vinyl thing, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe there might be a shot, but somebody you'd have to be like super artistic, super, message with the lyrics. Like you'd have to,
That'd be an interesting thing to find out is who was the last album that went
physical copy a million,
physical platinum.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like who's the last person that sold 1 million physical units? That's
let us know 203-941-0045, and you can win a free T-shirt. Autograph it, sign it.
Free tea.
Even got
Free
a little my
tea.
DNA up on it. In perspiration, that is. You can't,
If you're trying to clone,
yeah.
clone something. Own something.
Clone something, own something. If you're horny, bone.
So any
something.
guesses? My first one, I had to say like a Michael Jackson or something.
I don't think you'd be the last person because I know after that, like, I know obviously 50 Cent went physical platinum.
Oh, okay.
Eminem went physical because they came out before the.
I got you. So that's when you're talking about, though. Just had to guess. So still around like 01 then. You could still go physically platinum.
Yeah, because it wasn't like, because remember when iTunes kind of came out and it was like, yeah, we sold 1 million and then yeah, they did 50,000 on iTunes. You know, so it used to be big until it flipped.
I don't know how I'm reading this right, but is this saying certification date as of this year?
Yeah,
Eagles?
but that
Well, see those would. Well, no.
that's the thing is you don't know if those are combined with streaming. You know,
Yeah.
because that's the thing. That's how a lot of things go platinum now.
Well,
Is
a lot of things go Drake.
yeah. By they'll be like, oh shit, it went
That's
5
how
times
things go.
platinum, but it was
Oh, you know what
streaming.
then? You know who it might be? Because again, going back to album art, Lil Wayne. He
Could
might
be,
be.
that's
You know what I'm
true,
saying?
That's our number one though.
He might be.
They got 48 gold, 42 platinum.
And again, those were, I'm sure, a majority of those. You know what? Who knows nowadays? I'm sure a bulk of those are physical copies.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But again, like I said, there was artwork. I believe it was, the lyrics were in there. It was a time when the album cover meant something. I remember even CD
Oh, yeah.
covers. Or even unfolding the tapes.
Yep.
Seeing what they had. Was
getting back to that.
always hated when, or I can't say hated, but like I looked at the artist as less when it was like not when you opened it up and there wasn't much to it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, you didn't put the time in your craft.
Definitely.
There's no way you only gave like 2 people credits on this whole thing. I know this. You didn't think of the
Yep.
sample. He was like, I'm 12 and I heard this song before.
Yeah.
Elvis Presley, 117 gold.
Mhm.
It's gotta be the most.
Oh, crazy conspiracy off topic. If you're with me, I heard somebody try to tie into Elvis Presley behind Aretha Franklin's death because
What?
of stolen music.
Yeah, which song was that?
I don't know. A lot of the earlier stuff.
Was that the blues song?
I don't know.
I know blue suede shoes.
They sure waited a long fucking time to kill her. It's like
I laughed when I
hate.
I didn't give it any
those-
more time.
No, I
than,
feel
yeah.
you. Like I
I
know
want her
you,
dead.
I know
I'm,
that you didn't bring it.
Well,
Well,
the first person tried to tell me that there was a huge age gap between them, and I was like, "Well, I don't think so." I said I couldn't. I was like, "I don't know how old Elvis was when he died." I'm saying
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
how
yeah.
long he's been dead for, but I said I think that if they were both alive, they might be close.
Yep.
But yeah, there was a actually 6 to 8 year age difference. So when that was brought up, that's when I went dun dun dun. And then I
Yeah.
started believing it. So
Yeah, it's a hell of a long time to fucking wait.
Died in the same day as Elvis and Babe Ruth.
Priscilla waited for him. See, it could have been Ruth.
It was the curse. Fuck.
It was the curse.
Oh my
What's
God.
going on here?
No, I enjoy getting a good laugh out of those. Like we've said before about like any rapper that dies, apparently like had his finger on his phone that was about to send out the tweet about the pedophiles, and oh my God, he just
Yeah.
got killed right before he did it.
Yep.
It's like, come on, just. So if you're alive right now and you know about all the pedophiles, go ahead and send the tweet out. Like, holy shit. They're like, no, they got him right before he's about to do it because they're watching him the whole time. Like, just stop.
My goodness.
I'm not saying that there aren't conspiracies out there. You know what I mean? Bad things happen. Like, people get set up, all that. But
They happen all
it's not,
the time.
But it's just not the same for every single person that dies. It's just not. And then
So
it even
you're-
went
you're-
over into, they say when Chris Cornell died, the singer of Soundgarden, it was him. And then the singer from Linkin Park, when he died, he was about to expose everything. Like, it was just...
So you
Anthony
mean to
Bourdain,
tell me
yeah.
that at these empty Walmarts that they're not producing these super soldier
Synthetic.
Mexicans
Hey, I never been in
that
there.
are making synthetic marijuana?
I don't know. It's part of the
I
MK.
never been in there. But yeah, go into that a little bit because that is another one that's interesting. And maybe in 10 years when somebody's in
Well,
an
I
empty
think-
Walmart with their hands, zip tied behind their back and be like, huh, Remember when they were talking about that?
Well, I like the empty Walmarts for the end of the world type scenarios. You know what I mean? Because if you ever think about it, like if things were to really like bug out, shit hit the fan, like like obviously like a Walmart would be a pretty cool place.
I don't, because this shit will be ransacked in fucking 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, and that's fine, and I'll take what's left, secure, secure myself, and it'll be the brain of something, like
I think the worst thing that you could do in like the end of the world situation is go with a fucking mob of people. I'd say until
So when I say this, I'm not saying shit hit the fan, let's run the Walmart. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in my Walking Dead travels and I come across one, like I'm gonna scope the place out, like I'm gonna stay there tonight, and I'm it's gonna turn into a suite of sorts. I'm gonna stay in the sports department one night. Stay.
All I'm picturing is a fucking dude with a mullet and a fucking musket down south, just like shit hits the fan, let's go to Walmart.
Yeah. Well, no, because actually tie into worst thing to do, get in your car and drive.
Walmart. Oh yeah. No,
worst thing to do is get in your car and drive.
You definitely need the dirt bike for that situation. Hop up on the Vespa. Yep. No, I know, because there's, you got to think of what happens after a football game lets out.
The world's about to end.
The world's about to end.
Yo,
you want to go to Florida.
You probably hear the highway on some of these shows. It's right behind us, But so actually, I think it's a fun conspiracy. But again, you reminded me, it does tie into I think a mutation of an earlier one. Mm-hmm. But the abandoned Walmarts, like they building Walmarts and then like they're all like disappearing, and the ones that are disappearing, nothing new is going in the places. But you still see trucks pulling in there and
see. Now I've never seen a truck pull into an empty Walmart.
Money laundering,
I've never seen a truck pull into an empty Walmart, but maybe that's something that's going on, and they have video of it on YouTube. I'm guessing if somebody's perpetuating that. And the other thing too, is it a across the nation thing? Because I know in our area, I know of one that has closed down. Do you guys know of any others?
A lot of I do know that a lot of Walmarts have closed.
Yeah.
All right. But I don't know I can only the one that I know of had nothing's been put up there, so it fits the description of the story.
The one I seen when I was living in California was strange.
Yeah.
Because it closed, and then right afterwards, big fencing with barbed wire was put all around the whole thing. And I'm like, that does look like a fucking detention center.
Well, now going back to
that could be a sleeper. That thing won't be active for another 10 years. Who knows?
Sleeper cell.
But again, we say another 10 years though, because about 10 years ago was when the first story started. Actually, no, it was about 15 years ago, maybe more, than the first story started circulating about how they're gonna round us all up into Walmarts, and you know what I'm saying. So that's why they were all being built.
It's like you said. 20 years later, you're fucking in a Walmart abandoned. Like, oh my, the fuck.
And that's also another issue that I have with conspiracy theories. It's one of those like, bro, if the government just goes, hey, you're all fucked tomorrow, we're all fucked. Yeah. Regardless of how much it's coming, you know what I mean? Like, then you also got to do the, like, if you're on a plane and it's about to crash, do you want to know? Do you not want to know? Yeah. Do you want to think that you know? Do you want to?
Unfortunately, we're coming up on the time when you wouldn't know, when everything is completely unplugged with no electricity. That is the only way to stop the information from being communicated.
No electricity thing, it will never happen.
No, you know what? Possibly so, but I'm saying that's the only way to get sides to turn. Because as long as there's some type of way to communicate, you know what I'm saying, it's going to either be viewed, you're going to have a opposing thought, you know what I'm saying, like, or, you know what I'm saying, fake news.
I'm only thinking, like, so if electricity was shut off, we could still have energy by solar, thermal, there's different energy levels. But
but a lot of people would be fucked, though.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying that there's still energy.
And that would be new government, though.
But I'm trying to... Oh,
that'd be a new
what
power.
I'm trying to get at. If electricity was gone, that ruins the Illuminati's or whoever's in charge. That ruins their end game too.
Everybody,
So it's like,
but I'm saying, but I think that's the one way to say to when people. I understand like the oppression of the government. I understand that part, but the physicality of them, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's the tough part, because like I say, for them to communicate, like I say, for the government to go ahead and tell the military, the police to do something that doesn't make sense, that maybe some military and police do agree with, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying, even if they agree with it, they say, So that's why I don't think that they can ever truly get you. But you eliminate communication, then all of a sudden you say, well, look at whoever knows the story is on our side. So let's all get the story together first, and this
like
is how we go.
When a bunch of social media outlets get together and censor people because they don't like the story, they got to get their new propaganda machine ready for the new future because there's something that they didn't like people listening to.
Could be. Could tie into very similar.
But Mike, one thing I want to touch on how you were talking about the fuck.
Yes.
Yep. How you were talking about the government not that it fucks up their end game as well.
Yeah. Yep.
That's how I feel, and I want to know how you guys feel about the plain fucking chemtrails, because in my opinion, it's landing on everybody.
Right. Yes.
So
yeah. Same thing with the water and the fluoride. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm with the proof of some of the. I'm saying it's like, oh wow, like the evidence behind it. Yeah.
Yep.
But wait a minute, we're all getting affected by it. You know what I'm saying? But wait a minute, we're all like I can't see. And like I said, even when we get like deep enough to like that the Majestic 12, that they would still find a way to have cleaner air, cleaner water. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the access
even
to
they know they're all fucked. But even these people, they believe it or not, they do have access to technology and healing capabilities that we won't have.
See, and this reminds me of a video that I saw, and I think I was telling you about it. Maybe
So,
you.
I mean, granted,
the guy
yeah.
was dressed in like a Thurston Howell robe. Okay, he had the traditional hipster mustache. Okay, he was about 30 years old, and he's talking about how like, and when you walk into the rooms, you just put your hand up, and the doors open, and they just heal you. And you were just like, dude, you look like you're in an apartment in Brooklyn right now in a bathrobe that you're trying to make look like a, you know what I'm saying,
a monk's thing. Yeah.
You know, like
You
you know,
super glued some beads on your shoulders.
yeah, but he's saying the same story that if I found it and I read it, okay, I might be like, yo, for real. But hearing him go ahead and tell the same story that I felt that I did my fucking research on, and he's giving me the abridged comic book version, okay, I'm not getting that time back. I call bullshit.
Well,
No, but obviously,
I mean,
And next thing you know, he's on the New Haven Green like, you
yeah,
want sweet?
I know.
And you're like, no, I don't. I don't take free drugs from strangers.
oh, no, man.
No, but that's one of those things that's always gotten me about the chemtrails thing. We're like, chemtrails and they're fucking you up. And I'm like, yeah, but I mean, maybe they're taking the antidote that we don't know about, I guess.
Right, yeah. Is there a scheduled antidote or...
The main purpose behind chemtrails supposedly is just to interfere with the atmosphere that we have to carry out their blue beam project. So that's just to help
so
with
maybe,
the holograms.
maybe the Earth really is round and they're just polluting it to get flat.
Hello.
Well, it can be round. Doesn't mean it's a globe. I'm saying some people are saying it's not a globe. It can be round.
I would say
we don't know the shape.
Flat disc. You know,
it don't have to be that either. That's just something that was created also just to sound silly.
well, I'm just
so, I mean,
anything that's
no one
cylindrical.
knows.
I'm just saying any type of cylindrical word.
Is the world a record and we're just living in a song?
Right?
Yes, like a record getting skipped
Well,
over
right there.
and over again.
Because you're missing it over and over again.
Over.
And then you hit it, and it sounds like a queef.
That just sounded like a punch on Street Fighter 1.
Yes.
Thunk.
Oh, but actually, you know what?
We ever know? Who knows? I mean, that's the scary thing about a belief system. It's like some people prefer just fact, and some people prefer true and not true. You know, I mean, people can't live in the realm of belief because it allows you to be one fucking crazy person. You know, like it's not easy. It's very easy to say true and false, but it's hard to believe in something.
Yep. So
And
educate
again, it's very
yourself.
easy, so yeah.
But then you're like, well, how do you educate yourself? You know what I'm saying? By whose way of learning? And so I don't know.
Alternative facts.
So what do they say?
Yes.
Believe nothing of what you see. No, none of what you hear, and half of what you see.
Who was that, Steven?
Seagal.
And I believe it was
Steven Seagal?
Steven
Urkel.
Seagal.
So
Right?
Steven Seagal,
And
Steven
as
Urkel.
Steven Seagal would say, believe twice in what you see and 4 times in what you read.
Right.
Even Steven knows. Even Steven. Even he knows about the horrible shit Hollywood's been doing with people. That's why he's done with that.
He's on the run. I know.
A lot of people are
Russia.
pretty
They've been
much,
known to take us in.
Yeah.
blacklisted. Like that dude Russell Brand. People just discard him as crazy.
Yep.
Ever
Russell
since
Simmons.
he's-
No.
Russell Simmons. I mean,
Yeah, Russell Brand, Russell Simmons. Hustle with Russell.
the conspiracy Russ.
Who's the other Russell? Russell in OKC. I don't like that Russell.
Oh,
Westbrook.
yeah.
Westbrook.
No.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook.
He's
Yep.
an alien. I believe that he is an alien. He does have freakish talents. Strikes me as
Russell's
an
an actor,
alien.
right?
Kurt Russell, yep.
Yes. Was Kurt Russell?
How
my
many
friend?
Russells do you know?
Yeah, how many Russells can you name off? Give us a call, 203-941-0045. Or text your favorite Russell, 203-941-0045. This has been episode 30 of
Three-piece.
The Three-Piece and the Biscuit.
Once again, I just want to shout out to all our social media platforms, even though you don't check us out all the time. We still love you. You know who it is. YouTube, Uber, Lyft, fucking the Supreme Steam Team. Who else am I forgetting?
Who else?
Twitter.
Who wants to?
Just a driver, the rideshare idiot.
Yes.
Lil Mattress
Yo,
on
sign up
everything. Sign and drive.
Tip your driver.
Tell them while you driving. This is the Three-Piece, episode 30. Cops coming. Are we out this bitch?
That's it.
Peace.